Greetings and welcome to another video, and in this one today we are doing another episode of Passion for Games, and joining me as usual is my friend Jeff, Sasamisa1806. Alright mate?
Alright now.
Now we're doing Metabolis on the Commodore 64, which is it's a quirky little game that came free on the back of, was it Bounder or Rebounder?
Bounder
by Gremlin Graphics. Yeah, this is a quirky game, isn't it?
Yeah, for a twist of fate, I may never have even played it. Played it around a mate's house, Paul Franklin. I'm pretty sure he had the tape. I don't think it was me, because I did take some games around there. And I think we played Bounder, and then noticed that the game on the reverse side wasn't just simply another copy of Bounder. It was Metabolis. We thought, oh, what's this? Load it up. And it's like, what the hell is this game? And we actually did finish it. Yeah, with a little bit of perseverance.
Yeah, it's I suppose Spectrum-esque would be a way of describing it, with its kind of graphics and the way the baddies kind of appear on the screen. Kind of reminds me a lot of some of the Ultimate games.
Yeah, definitely. Things like Saberwolf and whatever.
Yeah, not that that's a bad thing. I mean, they're pretty good games.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's surprisingly short as well. I mean, I just seem to remember it being longer when I was around Paul's house, you know, but surprisingly, it's a 10-minute game if you're lucky, once you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of the games. Once you know what you're doing, I mean, I did that in my Rambo video, didn't I? When I found out it took longer to load it than complete. I mean, I was cheating, and you're not cheating on here, but yeah, right, off you go then.
Right, the object of this game is, well, apparently there's a bunch of aliens that have invaded and, well, you got cursed and turned into a bird trying to stop them. The Kremlins, I think they're called. Your first order of business is to remove the curse. The curse also resulted in giving you a heart complaint. So if you fly around a bit too much, you will, well, basically have an heart attack, die. So that's why I went for the pills straight away. The pills literally stop your heart, as you can see. Look, it's not beating.
Yeah.
Now, I think the syringe I picked up stops them draining your health temporarily. Those ninja stars you see appear, they are instant death. And they appear randomly on the screen. It is perfectly possible for them to appear underneath you and kill you instantly. So
That's
you want
useful.
to avoid them at all costs.
Oh, blimey, there's one right next to you. That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've got to say that the eventual cover art that come out for this game, and it was also on the title page on the Spectrum, that bird was quite muscly compared to the one you're flying about on the game.
Yeah, Birdman of Alcatraz, I called it, didn't I?
Yeah, I'll put a picture up. That's as far removed from that little Tweety bird you're flying about as possible. It's like he's completely ripped, isn't he?
Yeah. Those two items I picked up there, the one that looks like, well, 15, that stops the boxing gloves from punching her. And the other one that looks like a support pillar stops the weights from crushing her.
Right.
The weights won't kill you unless they hit you twice. First time it squashes you, second time it will kill you. Boxing gloves will punch you backwards, so you cannot pass by them without the 15. Those gates, you do get a gate item to stop them closing, but they're just inconvenient. Those flames kill you instantly. A lot of things in this game do kill you instantly. The enemies, you see the bird slowly becoming a skeleton.
Yeah.
Essentially, if they drain your energy to zero, you die. But yeah, those ninja stars, they will randomly appear on the screen when you first come on, so take note of where they are.
Yeah, and items have got a limited time on them as well, haven't they?
Yeah. The thing to do here, you're trying to reach the room, well, you're trying to reach the laboratory, essentially, and cure your ailment. Right, choose one of them. It's random. It's one of those 4 flasks that will cure the curse and turn you back into a man. Now, I picked the wrong one there, so it teleported me away. Now, you've only got enough time to really try 3 of the 4 flasks before those 15s run out and prevent you from getting past that boxing glove. So
Right.
if you get it wrong 3 out of 4 times, that's it. It's an instant game over because you can't get past that boxing glove.
Oh, so it's a different potion every time then, yeah?
Yeah, different flask each time. Or beaker each time. I think this time I get it on the second go. Yep, that's it. So right now we've cured the birditis, as it were. But that hasn't cured your heart condition. So you can still die of a heart attack and they can still drain your health. So what you got to do now is, well, cure your heart condition next. So what you got to do is you got to find a friendly wizard and get him to touch you and it will cure your heart condition.
Is he always in the same place?
He appears on certain screens.
Right, okay.
So first thing is to get to one of those screens.
It's properly quirky, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but for years I had this image in my mind of this man flying around with a Superman outfit on and an S on his chest. I'm not sure where I got that image from. Yeah, quite possibly from watching one of the Superman films, but it's clearly wrong. He doesn't have a cape and he doesn't have an S.
No.
I think that's the Mandela effect at work there, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, you've definitely pulled that memory in from somewhere else, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the wizard appears just down here. You notice I keep stopping now because the heart rate's getting a bit higher now. Well, that boxing glove will punch you along. Don't kill you, but it will make your heart race. Right, there's the wizard. Right, that instantly cures your heart condition. Right, from now on, the enemy can no longer drain your health, and your heart rate will never go up. But the ninja stars can still, that will restore your heart to normal. Helpful little guy, basically.
Yeah.
So the only things that can kill you now are the weights, the fires, like that, and the ninja star. Right, you need 4 pieces of radioactive fuel now, because basically you want to blow the Kremlins to hell. Essentially, you want to get to their reactor and blow their flipping plans to, basically blow their plans up. But you got to find the 4 pieces of fuel first. I think I've found 3 so far. Right,
Yeah,
that will crush you, that bubble. If it hits you twice, dead. So stay out of the way of it.
See, again, like a lot of these games, there's some really weird and inventive baddies in it.
I'll stay on the left there, so you, more often than not, that star will appear on the right there.
Yeah, another dodgy fire.
That restores your health. But you don't need that at this point. What you got to do now, right, I've got the 4 pieces of fuel.
Yep.
What you got to do now is get to the reactor, which is, well, as you can see by the background graphics, it's giving you a clue you're going in the right direction. The game has actually got 128 screens, I think. I did actually download a map, which I'm sure you'll probably include with this video. But on my 4K screen, I can show all 128 screens at their original resolution in one go.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm only doing HD, but I'll do what I can, but they'll all be on there.
Fuel in the reactor. Right now that lifetime bar, which is red at the moment, will start to tick down. You've got the time it takes to reach the bottom to escape from the maze, otherwise you get blown up with it and, well, you fell. Well, you notice I picked up a 15 and a support pillar there so that I don't get crushed, because that will waste time.
Yeah.
And so I can get past that boxing glove. And now we've got to go all the way back to the start screen. Because sod's law, the way out of the maze happens to be exactly the opposite side from where you are.
Yeah, that's a
way.
Yeah, that's a given, isn't it? I mean, this also kind of makes me think of like Monty on the Run as well, with some of the level layouts and that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's the same company, isn't it? Gremlin Graphics.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, you know, for a twist of fate, I may never have even played this because I'm pretty sure we had Bounder on the Zap Sizzlers pack. But Metabolis was not on that pack. I think it had Who Dares Wins, didn't it, and stuff like that. Who Dares Wins, Bounder, Monty on the Run. I can't remember what the fourth game was, but Metabolis was not on that pack. So it was probably Paul Franklin that had this, the original. You see the time is now down about a quarter.
Yeah.
Those ninja stars can appear more than once. When you actually start the game, if you don't move at all, the star appears under you and kills you instantly.
Well, that's good of it.
So you have to move instantly. Right, what's that bubble?
There's a few games like we have to start.
Weight.
Blimey. There's a few games where you have to start instantly like that. You know, Interceptor Software's China Miner, although I'm loath to talk about it. A mate of mine has played it a lot on his live streams. Yeah, on the first level of that, if you don't move, it's instant death because you're trapped in a corner.
Dodge that bubble again. But it's a case of knowing where to go now, because if you get about 60 seconds extra. So you've got enough time to do it, but you can't afford to dawdle.
No, so if you get punched in the wrong direction, you're going to come a cropper, aren't you?
Yeah, there's also an area of coming up now where there's a flame, and the flame is very random. You can't afford to waste too much time here. There are 2 boxing gloves. It's possible to get past them with 1:15 if you're quick. But there's a flame that is a bit random. Here's your first boxing glove. You go up to the top here, and then down here. You'll notice at the bottom of here there's a flame. And sometimes it will come up straight away. And sometimes it won't, and you'll just get through in time.
Okay, and you did
your
there.
Second boxing glove. There was another 15 on the screen before that, but you don't really want to be wasting time here. As you can see, that time's going pretty quick.
Yeah, it soon disappears, doesn't it?
Right, that's the last of the ninja stars. There are no more of them, so you don't have to worry about them anymore. And now all you got to do is just get through this bit with these huts. I grabbed this here because there's an annoying weight down here that you don't really want to get crushed by.
No, not at this point of the game, you don't.
I accidentally went up there. There's a lock over there which you can grab to stop the gate from closing on you. Saves a bit of time. There's a gate down there. You see, I've barely enough time.
Yeah.
That's the last flame there. You just get past that if you're quick. Otherwise, that flame will kill you and you'll die 3 screens from the end. And that's it.
Bloody hell.
My previous playthrough was actually about a minute faster because I got the first flask, but I thought this playthrough was a bit more interesting. So I decided to get the second one.
Yeah, I mean, it did go to show what happens if you get the wrong flask or something. But yeah, what a bizarre little game that is. I mean, I do wonder sometimes when you look at the baddies that are drawn in this game and games like Monty on the Run and that.
Yeah, monsters, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what were people smoking in the Gremlin Studios office?
That's true. Yeah.
Well, that was a fun one.
Yeah, that's copyright me, that is. I called them nose monsters first. I think that was round Warren's house, that was. They just look so damn ugly, don't they? The sprites in Monty on the Run.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot shorter than some of the games we've done throughout, this series of videos we've done.
Shorter than Postweb and Co, isn't it? Definitely. I mean, that is a later game, admittedly, and it was a multi-loader.
Yeah, this is for 1985. I mean, this isn't a terrible game by any stretch of the imagination. I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, it's the frustration of insta-deaths and not knowing where to go.
Yeah, that certainly does tend to put a lot of people off. That's why people get put off of games like Saberwolf and that, because of
256 screens they had, didn't it?
yeah.
I mean, Ultimate were famous for that. I mean, I think Underworld, that was like 512 screens. I mean, it was almost like every game they brought out, they just kept doubling the number of screens.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I mean, you get so far into the game, you get 300 or 400 screens in, and then you cock it up and you die, and you've got to start again. I mean, that's a lot of work down the pan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I prefer games like Maristis these days, which is a reimagining of Solstice, which was also by Ultimate.
Yeah.
It's because the game, it's hard at the start, but you get into it a little bit, and you get so many lives. You know, you're going to finish it one way or the other, and that's just more fun.
Yeah. No, that's a perfectly good game. I'd never actually really heard of that one until you showed me it. You mentioned it one day. I'm like, what's that? And then you stood there and completed it on my arcade machine on the 64 that emulator. It
took a few attempts, I think, didn't it? I kept getting killed by the ninja star.
Yeah, and I think one of the games on that one you did actually have the full fail rate on the flasks, didn't you?
Yeah, didn't get the flask.
All right, well, cheers for that, mate. That's definitely an interesting one to put up. I'm fairly sure, because of how the game was originally presented, I don't think there's going to be too many. But there should be at least a few people that wouldn't have heard of it before. So it's definitely a game worth trying.
Yeah, more likely the Spectrum version.
Yeah, more than likely, because that had a proper release, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put a quick picture up of the that as well. I mean, that one really did have the Birdman of Alcatraz on its loading screen, so I'll put that up as we play out. All right, well, thanks for joining me again, mate. And as I always say, we will see you in another video. Thank you very much for watching, but until then, laters.
Yep, laters.